Well, hey, Grace family. Welcome to the Weekend Extra with Pastor Ryan. We had a great time tonight. The conversation was about the joyride, the little, VW bus that bumps along.
Isn't that great?
Who's in that bus? That's what I want to know.
I know.
So, this is my little present to Pastor Ryan. It says Pastor Ryan all over it, doesn't it? Just like sequence, bling.
I'm thankful.
So this is my prop. It's a Thanksgiving week.
I think that's
Here
right.
we are. Let's buckle up. So let's kind of delve into that. I wanted to ask you, what you talked about tonight. And finally, brothers and sisters, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about such things. Whatever you've learned or received or heard of me or seen in me, put it into practice at Thanksgiving with your family.
Ooh, nice
Wait a minute,
job.
maybe that's our interpretation.
Did you add that part?
So give us some words of encouragement for this week and being with our family, because there's a lot of good times and there's a lot of stress coming up.
Isn't that funny how that works?
It's weird.
I mean, the seasons are supposed to be, they're encouraging, they're memorable, right? Great traditions. But the reality is that there's usually some tension or some friction or something, unresolved issues or who knows what.
Right.
And yeah, I love what you're saying. Excuse me, the list of things that we looked at today I think is super applicable. Like when it comes to, I think I feel this way too. When I go into a situation, whether it's a seasonal family thing or any time there's tension in a relationship, I feel like I have to prepare for it.
Yeah,
and
sure.
for me, if I'm not prepared, that's like half of the problem or more. If I can actually get my head and my heart in the right space,
Right.
and this is an opportunity to show up and be a giver and be an encourager and to not bite on that, if there's a baited situation where somebody's trying to get you to kind of go off.
Right,
Or,
right.
The problem with family is we all know each other.
We're comfortable, and we know each other's stuff. So
And you can hit the buttons really fast,
Yeah.
And so I think this is a perfect time to kind of go in and say, let's go in and see the admirable, in each other. What can we thank God for about these people in our lives, and actually the entirety of it? Like, God is the one who placed us in that family, right? It's like not an accident.
That's right.
Not an oops. Somebody wasn't doing something mean to us.
Yeah.
It's God that did that, and that's something to say, God, thank you, because that formed who I was, and that's a part of my story, and to recognize by faith that that's God's doing, I think is helpful. So I think these things are critical when we're going into kind of a difficult relational situation. If I can look and remember the things that are true, these are people made in the image of God, right? All of them.
Right.
Even that
Even
one.
the nasty ones.
Even that nasty one,
But not in your family, right?
Yeah,
Not
right.
in my family.
Of course not. And then I want to focus on, let's go into the situation and do right.
Yes.
How can I do right? How can I be a listener? How can I ask questions about others and not be offended that nobody asks a question about me? And, right? And kind of see the pure and focus on the lovely. I just think it's right down the middle for Thanksgiving.
Absolutely.
But step one, get my heart right before I walk in the door. I think that's a key thing. Whether it's in the car or before we leave the house, can we pray? Can we get our hearts set in the right frame of mind to see what God is doing, not just getting through something.
Good
right?
point.
Isn't that kind of how sometimes? Ooh, let's just get through this.
Get through it. Hold your breath. Yeah.
And what if we don't have to do that? What if we can actually find joy in it and actually see God in it? And I think the road that Paul laid for us here is, I think, a great path.
I heard this week story. We've all heard. Are you a half? Do you look at a glass half full or half empty?
Yep.
And I heard this gentleman say, "What's the answer to that?" And he's like, "Yes, it's half full and it's half empty.
Right.
What are you going to focus on?"
That's excellent.
And that has just sunk in my heart. It's like, yeah,
Man,
thanks,
that's
God.
perfect.
And don't you think, because we are mature people, we are getting older.
Sometimes. Yeah.
Well, we're getting older.
Right.
Do you find, honestly, that as we get older, we tend to look at more of the negative? I push against that all the time as far as, okay, I got to set my heart, because it's just easier to become cynical. And once you've lived life.
Yeah, I think you see so much. You know, I think you see so much of it's easy to see the depravity of humanity and to get hurt. There's a lot of opportunity to be hurt in life. I think the longer we live it. Mm-hmm. So if we're not living in, kind of the other side of that column more and more, then I think it's a fight against kind of going sour.
Flesh, right? Yeah.
Right. But I get inspired by folks who are up there in years and are joyful people, and I think, God, how do I keep adjusting and moving back towards that? And I think for all of us, it's like up and down.
It is.
It's up and down.
It's not a once and for all. And I think it's having those mentors in your life to look up to and go, okay, that's what I want to be when I get 10 years down the road.
Yeah,
or whatever.
for sure.
But anyway, well, thank you, and happy Thanksgiving. Don't eat too much, okay?
Yeah, I'll try my best.
All right. God bless everybody. We'll see you next time.